In the next image, we are going to build a complete AI employee. Most of you guys are using Claude just like a chatbot. You type something, it gives you answer, and that's it. It doesn't actually do anything for you. So today we are turning Claude Cowork into actual AI employee. So it already know everything about your business. It actually can use tools and do all of those stuff. If you don't know me, I'm Dhruvesh. I grew a 10,000 follower on Instagram by teaching AI automation. And I also implement AI infrastructure into real businesses to save their time as well. So let's get into the video. Now let's understand what is actually an AI employee. AI employee has a 3 layer. First is a role. What is actually it knows about your business, how you operate, guys, what is the business aim, and all the context about your business, all the details. Now, second, we have the tool. What are the tool access this AI employee has, like Gmail, Slack, Notion? What are the tool it can actually use to do certain tasks? Right, then third we have a trigger. Let's suppose we automate certain task like Gmail summary. How it actually trigger that particular task? It could be schedule trigger, it could be a slash command. If you want to remove yourself from like actual task, you can just schedule a trigger like just trigger at 9 a.m. daily. So now you don't have to do anything, you don't have to type anything, it runs autonomously. Now that is called a trigger. Even if you miss one of these out of all these three, it works just like a chatbot. You type something, it gives you answer. All three are very important to run and complete an AI employee. Now let's understand what is the role layer. In that role layer, we have a skill. Skill, what does skill contain? It's a goal, what it should accomplish, the steps, step it, exactly how you do certain step, like step-by-step process you describe, and the tool, which app it can use to do certain tasks. Then what kind of format you want for output, like Gmail summary, how you want your Gmail summary to be, and the edge cases, what to do if something breaks, like if something breaks, what it actually do. Most of you guys when heard about the skill, you all think is something technical thing, but actually the skill file is just a plain English and markdown file. It's nothing fancy, it's just a plain English where you are just describing the goal, step, tools, the output format, and the edge case. Now let me show you what a skill file actually looks like. Just go to your Claude and on top right corner you can see here a customize. If I click on customize, it just redirects me to the skill page. Now you can see here like I have a bunch of skill, and if I click on like one of the skill, it's a skill creator, and you can see here if I click on this toggle, like the code toggle, as you can see these are all the plain text, nothing technical, it's just a plain text explaining what this skill should do. As you can see, if I scroll down, all these are the text, and it's just explaining, start by understanding the user intent, the current conversation, and all the stuff. So this just a plain English, nothing else. I would suggest you to give more context as much as possible. The more context you give, the more better it performs. That's a simple thing. In the skill, you will just explain what it should do, how it should do, the step-by-step process, what is the goal you want to accomplish, and what should it do, what should not do, every single thing. And that's it. In just plain English you can describe. And if you don't want to write all of this thing, what you can do is just with the Claude Code help, you can create this entire skill. Just explain to Claude Code all of this thing in just plain English, just like you are talking to the friend, and tell him to create a skill and create a Claude.md file that contains every single thing about your business, what to do, what to not to do. Now let's actually use the skill. As I showed you, this was a skill creator. It is used to create other skills. Now I'll just explain it to create the other skills. Like, hey, I want to create email writing skill. Then I will just click on slash skill create. Now as you can see, after I type in slash command, it popped up the skill. Now you can just type just enter it, and it creates an email writing skill, and that's it. How this command actually work is whenever you type slash morning slash skill creator, anything like that, it goes through entire Claude.md file, and it read all the instruction it needs to do. Then it finds a relative skills that it can use to perform that task, and after that it just execute every single task to give you the output. That's it, simple thing. Now let's talk about the second layer. It's called tools. So what are the tools? It just you are just giving the access to your personal tool like Gmail, Slack, Notion, and all of those tools. So Claude can actually go through the emails, Gmails, and actually sends out Gmail without you having to involve in it. If you want to connect any kind of tool, what you do, go to Claude, and on top right corner you can see here a customize, and whenever you click on, you can see connector part. Now in a connector, I have a bunch of tools that are already connected. As you can see, Gmail, Google Calendar, Jotform, Notion, and all of those stuff. Now if you want to connect some apps, you can just click on add and browse connector and look through which are the tools you want to connect. You can just type in, or you can just scroll down to find any existing tool that you want to connect. Most of the tools are exist here, but some tools that are not exist, you always can use MCP server. That was the tools. You are just giving the access to Claude Code to actually do something behalf of you. Now let's go to third layer. It's called a trigger. What is trigger is if you want to remove yourself from the that automated task, you can just have a schedule trigger. It actually runs like on daily 8 a.m. So you don't have to type it and actually do something with the Claude. It just goes all automatically. If you want to set some schedule trigger, here's how you do it. First, I will go to Claude Code. On the top right corner, just click on the schedule, and you can see I already have one schedule trigger. It's like daily Gmail summary. If I click on that, you can see the instruction. Summarize the user's Gmail from last 24 hours. Now, I have given some steps like use the Gmail connector to search for Gmail and blah blah blah. So this is just I'm just providing the instruction what to do step by step. It runs on 9 a.m. daily. If you want to add your own schedule trigger, you can just click on next task, create setup manually, and you can just name it anything. I'll just give it right now for my name and just give like context about it, what you want to do step by step. And you can have a frequency here like hourly, daily, and even the weekend, whatever you prefer. After you set this up, it works all automatically. With this feature, you can just remove yourself completely from the task. You don't have to touch anything. It will trigger on daily basis like 9 a.m., 8 a.m., anything. Okay, it's a very insane feature that Claude has introduced us. Now let me show you what it looks like if we tie everything all together, all three layers if we combine. So Claude does all 6 steps for my business. First, it checks if I have uploaded anything on my any kind of platform. Like it could be Instagram and YouTube. If I have uploaded, it puts the transcript of that particular video. And after the transcript, it writes a platform post in my voice. It knows about my business, what I do, what I sound like. So it writes a post for me. After writing post, it formats it as well. If I'm posting on X, it formatted that way. If I'm posting on LinkedIn, it format that way. So it completely depends on the platform. Now, after that, it will just send it to me via Slacks or anything like that, and for my review. Now, if I upload that, it's just gonna report me back with the confirmation. That's it. It's all automatic without me having to involve. I just need to approve the things. That's it. Now let me show you what it looks like in a Claude Code as well. For this entire task, I have created a complete skill for it. So if I click on customize skills, and you can see I've created this content repurpose. What a content repurpose skill content is, I'll just click on this toggle. It's just a plain text English, nothing fancy. This is like I'm just telling it about what I need to do, like all the steps. Step 1 is to check for new uploads, put the transcript, write a platform post in my voice, and all of this. So as you can see, I have just explained in plain text English. Okay, I'm just explaining what you need to do, what not to do. Example, I have also given the example, so it should know what to create, right? And just a plain English, that the more context you are going to give, better it's going to perform. That's the simple logic we are applying. Try to give more information as possible so it actually performs better and in your voice. Obviously, this is what looks like complete AI employee. If you want to create an AI employee, you just need to explain as many things as possible, every step, what to do, what to not do, and just save the schedule trigger, and that's it. It will work automatically without you having to involve. Now guys, if I had to give you complete roadmap on how to build your own AI employee, these are few steps that you can follow. First, download Claude desktop and buy Pro plan or a Max plan. It's just like $20 and $100. If you want more usage, you can go for $100 plan. Then set up a folder and also the claude.md file. Just give the more information as possible. Spend 20 minutes like writing company contacts, also giving the tool access tool and all of those, and communication styles, conversation, and all of the stuff. More data you give, better it's gonna perform. Simple. Third thing is connect your top 3 apps. It could be Gmail, Calendar, and even any of the CRM that you are using. Just connect those 3 apps so it actually can use this app and do some tasks. Then build your first ever skill. Pick a high time workflow, whatever eating your time on a daily basis. It could be like follow-ups, email, reporting, onboarding, anything. Just try to create a first skill around that and it will save you a bunch of time. Then the last tab, schedule first daily task. It could be morning briefing of your email, anything, but just schedule some tasks. And that was like whole AI employee infrastructure. So this is the exact process that you would take to implement AI employee into your business. I hope you guys find this video valuable. And if you're a business owner who want to implement AI infrastructure into their business, link is in the description. You can book a free strategy call and we will see if everything works out, we can work together.